Hi, I'm back, and as promised, we're gonna try and make a preset like the one you saw in the previous video. If you haven't already checked it out, please do. I basically demonstrate my live tone that I use with Underground Authority on the Line6 Helix LT, and today what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and get a similar tone. We're gonna try simple stuff, not so many specific effects like I have used in the previous patch. We're going to try and get a clean sound. We're going to try and get an overdrive or a rhythm sound and a solo sound. We're going to try maybe put in a couple of storm boxes that we can switch on and off. And we're going to try the stereo cabinet where we have two cabinets playing on two sides. And what we're going to do, I'm going to go through it really fast just to show you how easily you can get a sound from the Line6 Helix. And at the same time, you don't need external things, like you really don't need IRs to get a great sound. I mean, IRs are great, but if you don't have it, do not feel discouraged. If you just have a Helix LT, you can get great things done. Anyway, let's jump right to it. All right, as you can see, I have a test preset loaded in on 16A, which is blank, nothing. And this is what the guitar sounds like, just bypassed. All right, so let's start off with a clean amp sound. So getting right to it, right in the middle of path 1, there are two DSP paths. So what I've done at the end of path 1, I've made it go to 2A so I can utilize both the paths. Let's get right to it. Amp. What kind of clean amp can we use? I don't want to use the Jazz Rivet 120 because I had used it in the last video. Just to show you that it's not the only good sounding clean amp. Like almost every amp on the Line6 Helix sounds great. Oh, okay, let's try the Placator Clean, which is a Friedman emulation. Stock settings without a cabinet. Let's see what it sounds like. A little crunchy there. Put the drive down maybe to 2.8. Now quickly, before anything else, let's put a cabinet because we don't like listening to guitar amps without cabinets. I'm thinking maybe a 2x12 sound and a 4x12 sound on two sides. We're going to start with one just to see how it sounds. G25s. Stock settings. Sounds great. I like the ribbon mic sound. It's mellow. Maybe the distance can be closer. No, let's keep it at 1.5. You know, I'm not messing with the stock settings much because you know, you still can get a great sound. I might want to increase the presence a little bit, the treble maybe. Let's see. Channel volume can go up to say 8.6, and that sounds great. I mean, a straight clean amp and cabinet, there's not really much anything I would really want in something like this. Let's just save that. It's on snapshot 3. Let's save that to snapshot 1. Yep. All right, that's saved to snapshot 1. That's just a straight out clean sound. That's great. Let's see what else we can do to it. Maybe add a compressor in the beginning. Simple red squeeze. Maybe put the mix down, the sensitivity down. Basically what it does is just, you know, evens out the dynamics on the clean tone a little bit. And I think I like the way that sounds. I might need a little more volume. Sounds great. And if you keep saving, that sounds good. Or I think, yeah, sounds good. All right, let's go to snapshot 2. On snapshot 2, I want a different amp. So I'm going to turn off this amp, keep the other two things on. Let's try another amp. Since we use the Placator Clean, which is the Friedman Clean channel, why don't we try the Dirty channel? I think it'll sound nice. Most of these amps sound awesome. I mean, you can do this same demo with a whole bunch of different amps, any combination, and it's still gonna sound great. So the cabinet and the dynamic, the compressor is on, and this is the stock settings. See how awesome that sounds. You know, I haven't even gone into the amp settings yet, and it just sounds great. You know what, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Maybe put the drive up to, say, 6. Let's save that there. So my snapshot 2 and my snapshot 1 shouldn't be having this amp. So see, my snapshot 1 has the clean amp. Ooh, compression. It's a lot of compression. Put that mix down. My snapshot 2 has the drive amp. And it's that simple. I mean, even if you were not using the HX editor, you can get this done on the unit itself, which is the main reason why I bought it. So anyway, that's snapshot 1 and 2. So I've got my overdrive and my clean sound done. Let's add the second cabinet, and let's do it with the drive amp on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn off cabinet 1. Sounds terrible. And I'm going to add another cabinet here. First see how it sounds by itself, then we'll do all the splitting. Since they were 2x12 G25s, let's match it. 4x12 greenback 25. Or maybe the greenback 20s. No, the black back 30, I guess the V30s. Yep, different sounding for sure. It's got a dynamic mic on it. Maybe the 421 dynamic. Yep, definitely more bitey. Bigger sounding. See, this is the bigger cabinet. Same amp, 2x12. It's different, but it's great. Anyway, let's try and put in. Now, here's the fun part. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this down and make a sub path, which is basically path 2B, and see what happens. You see this split that happens if I move this back. If I move this split back, at the beginning of path 2A, this split has occurred. And now if both my cabinets are on, most importantly, I need an even split happening. That's an AB, because an equal sound is coming from path 2A and going into these two cabinets. Then I can have this fun thing on the output. I'm just going to bring this back here, where my first channel is panned all the way to the left and the second is panned all the way to the right at 100%. So I have two cabinets on two sides. And this is what both the cabinets sound like, panned. Now you must be thinking that you're not getting that wideness. Well, here's the fun bit. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this forward by a block, and here I'm going to add a delay. And not in the conventional way that you would use a delay. Just a simple delay is something that, a trick that we use in the studio, which is possible with the Line6 Helix Live. So your feedback has to be at 0, mix at 100%. And your time has to be, say, 13 milliseconds is all right. You get enough wideness. Check it out. Yeah. Can you feel it? It's just me playing, guys, just one person, no double tracking. Anyway, so yeah, that's how I do it, and always keep saving. And see, even on the clean sound, it's nicely split on the two sides, and it just sounds great. All right, let's add a stomp box. Let's add a distortion. Let's see what we have here. Maybe a very light overdrive. The Scream 808 is basically the TS-808, the Ibanez. But I'd used the Dhyana drive in my last video. Let's try the Tima. Everybody loves the Tima. Sounds stock settings. I love it. It's got a nice beautiful overdrive. Now I can assign this to a foot switch. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it to 8, which is basically A on the bottom row, and as you can see, I'm turning it on and off. So on my clean channel, if I feel like it, I can turn it on. That level needs to go down. And I can use it like that. And you know, it's that simple. On the physical unit itself, I just have to touch with my skin, and if I'm highlighted on an effect and it says if I want to bypass, assign it. It's that simple. All right, now let's go to snapshot 3 and get that solo going on. On snapshot 3, again, I just want the drive amp on. I'm going to keep the distortion pedal on to add that little drive. Now what I do is I turn off the wideness when I'm playing solos, because you really don't want two people playing the solo. You don't want it to appear like two people are playing the solo. So I keep that in the middle. But here's the fun. I add a delay, a nice, beautiful stereo delay. I love the ping pong, so let's just do that. Simple, you know, if you want to set it to time, it's better, so you can just tap it. You know, standard settings sounds great. Maybe a little. Cut some lows there. And maybe put the mix down a little. I love it already. I mean, it's great. This is snapshot 3 and it's saved. It's that simple. So snapshot 1 is clean. Snapshot B is drive. Oh, the delay is on. Let's put the delay into a foot switch, maybe foot switch 10. So now I can turn it on and off as I need it. Snapshot 3 is with my delay and drive on. Wide drive. Clean sound. I like the delay in the clean sound. It sounds great. Maybe push that scale up a little. Put that mix down a little. That sounds good. That sounds good. It's, you know, it's blending in there. Little feedback going on. Now I can use the overdrive on my clean channel to have my smooth sound. can have my drive channel, snapshot B for rhythms. You know, I love it. I can make a few adjustments, maybe add a little drive, maybe a little presence. Sorry, bass. That was a little bass. Sounds great. All right, on snapshot 3, I want to maybe, yeah, so keep going. It's just a thing. Yeah, so we're good. So on snapshot 3, which is my solo, I want to maybe add a little bit of mids, but I don't want it to go on, I don't want the mids to change on snapshot 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to option and change the value here. As you can see, it's gone into a bracket, and I can maybe push the mids up. This is on snapshot 3. When I go back to snapshot 2, you see. So with different snapshots, you can even change the states and the values of any parameter on your blocks, and that is amazing functionality, which is not there in a lot of other products. So yeah, so to keep things simple, we're good. I could maybe, you know, put the noise gate up a little. I think I'd already done that before. But yeah, these are my 3 sounds. My clean snapshot. Turn the delay on and off as I need it. I haven't used reverb. You can use reverb to choice. It's not essential. Now, on top of this, you can do whatever you want. I mean, you can put your effects as and how you need it. In front of the amp, if you're a traditional pedal board kind of a thing, or after the cabinets, if you want those stereo effects going on, whatever it is, this is the building block of how I make my sounds, and hopefully this has helped you. This is what they sound like. This is snapshot 1, my clean, overdrive when I need it. Love it. Snapshot B, basic rhythm. And this is my snapshot 3. Sounds great. You know, I can gig with this setup right now, and it was that simple. In just a few minutes, we got this tone going. You can always, you know, tweak it, make it better, and you know, all the best. I heard you from the comments in the last video. I am going to be making an HD 500X video thanks to a friend of mine, and maybe have him on board play some music, because there are some awesome guitar players in town that everyone should know about. I might do a Headrush product as well, but mostly Line 6 Helix because I love it. I'll try and get my hands on an AxeFX as well, maybe do some comparison videos, but then my aim is not really comparison and reviewing of products. My aim is more about, you know, having a product and killing it with it. So anyway, I'm gonna play some music now. Have fun. See you guys.